Well, hello, everybody. If you want to keep commentating for your finish, or if I want me to start talking about my run, but
Yeah, you can talk about that. I can still commentate a little bit on Sar's side.
Yeah, don't let me interrupt you. But hi guys, I'm Daj. I'm running 2FM for the Darkness team, the bad guys, I guess you could say. And early game is probably the worst part of the run, in my opinion. It's very tedious. We play as Roxas. You might remember him from Recom. You probably don't. Most of us didn't. So you might be wondering, this isn't Sora. This is just some blonde kid. Wasn't that Ventus? No, it's not. It's actually Sora's nobody. It's Roxas, which was created in KH1 when he turned into Heartless. And he's the main character of the 358 Days game. And so we get to play as him for a little bit here in Twilight Town, but not actually Twilight Town. It's actually simulated Twilight Town. That's made by Ansem. Not that Ansem, not the bad guy Ansem, the good guy Ansem. That's actually kind of a bad guy Ansem. It's a little complex. But needless to say, we're just going to kind of play through this tutorial here, teach us how to play the game. We picked the bat on the right at the very start there because it gives us exactly 1 strength, and that makes a big difference early game, especially on beginner. Helps us clear some fights. Also, the way I comboed Setzer was so that nobody would do that exact combo. Not supposed to get hit there, but not the end of the world. And then 5 hits here will kill this nobody as well. The game will tell us about a lot of important things that I'm going to just kind of mash through because I know a little bit about this game, and we're going to keep moving. Now, cutscenes in this game are very quick, and I'm still not prepared for them. But it's nice. Game tells us how to save. We don't use that function, but we do abuse save points to save warp quite a bit because of how fast it loads. Where's my skateboard? There it is. Now, Roxas and his friends on this day want to go to the beach, so they got to raise some money. And Roxas is not the most productive of his friends. And so we're going to get about 50 money, and then that should be good enough to cover the 2,000 of our share, I think. Like, we need like 500 to make our share. But I think 50 is enough. Like, we're going to slack off a bit. If you get enough money, like you cover the whole 2,000, you get some extra AP, which essentially lets you equip more abilities. But we don't really need that, so we're just going to speed through this day and move on to the next. Roxas World, as we call it, consists of about 7 individual days. Each one has little tasks you have to do. I believe this one was day 3 already, so we're moving pretty quick. No, this is day 3, that's right. Struggles are on day 4. I get mixed up a bit. It's been so long that I've had to actually think about this stuff. But here we fight another nobody, but with the toy bat, it doesn't really do much damage. In fact, it does no damage, and so this fight ends in just 10 hits like the last one. Yeah, it should be like 1 more. There it is. And then we get a fight against actual nobodies after picking the sword. Now, these weapons each choose our level up similar to in KH1. The sword is one we pick because it gives us a bit more strength. We don't really need the defensive stuff from shield, and magic isn't as relevant in this game. It's just raw strength. And we want to hit stuff hard.
Yeah, we just see Star starting the Riku 6-bar fight here. Let's
Double short.
see how this one goes.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm just making my way to the first pseudo-boss of the game. Similar to Darkseid, it's just the nobody variant, Twilight Thorn. Should be a pretty simple fight. That's what we're hoping, at least. Something you'll note that we do in this game, similar to a lot of other KH games, is air combos are really fast. And so we use them quite a lot.
Alright, Force Ring's really putting in the work there. Quick fight for Star.
I think they've seen enough KH with Swift. We can let Dodge just
Nah,
talk
you're
about his
fine.
game.
You can talk about your game. I'm just beating up a nobody. Literally. But no, in all seriousness, shouts to the Force Ring in Arendelle. I found that and routed it in first. I'm taking credit for that. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Did you actually?
The gummy
I knew I found it there by accident and then was like, why don't we just grab that one? And then everyone just started doing it. So that's my one contribution to KH3, is the one in Arendelle. I don't know if I was actually the first to find it, but I think I was the first to actually start incorporating it. Way, 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 way back when. But didn't do much else in that game. Alright, I'm going to zoom in on Goofy here. I like to go first person because it's funny. This is Goofy. We'll see him later. There's Riku. We won't see him for much later. But yeah. So a little bit about myself while we're kind of auto-scrolling here. I speedrun a lot of KH as well, primarily rando lately, a randomizer, like a lot of people. But I got my start in 2FM for PS3, which is a very, 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 very slow game compared to PS4, because load times are bad. So we're going to try to get 4 air combos on this guy. It's usually pretty easy if you just mash hard enough and try to get short hops here. Cool. He's going to come down on us, swing his noodly arms at us. One more air combo here. Get one more off at the start here. We're going to delay the second one to make sure we knock away both those nobodies. And we're going to step back here. Get 2 more combos in. Yep. Bit of whoopsie there. Yeah, this is okay. Sometimes he's just rude. There we go. That's the first official boss of the game. He gives us a get bonus, which are essentially usually health upgrades or magic upgrades or drive upgrades, in addition to some important abilities. So he gives us guard, as opposed to having to level up to get it. And we just kind of wake up on the next day and we have to go fight our friends with the toy sword. Something that's been newer in the routing in the last year or so, I want to say, is we don't equip guard for this anymore. In fact, we don't menu at all in Roxas World because it's slow. You get a lot of tutorial text boxes, and we don't like those. So we're just going to ignore them. So these are the struggle fights. The main goal is to knock out all their orbs and pick them up, because that ends the fight immediately. And I'm not very good at it, because Hainer is probably the worst fight on beginner for these. So let's see if I can manage it. But as long as he stays in the corner, it should be not the end of the world. But he doesn't like to do that very often. Being pretty nice today, though, for me. 2 more orbs on him, so I'm just going to try to knock him away from them. Grab those. 1 and 2. So 29 is pretty good there. Anything in like the high 20s to low 30s is kind of what we're looking for, and it's a good day.
Dodge.
What's up?
Watch your language.
Did I really? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you said a bad word.
I know. The autopilot's kicking in from exhaustion. My bad. So this is Vivi. We're going to smack him with our toy sword as well and try not to get hit by him in response. Very nice. 2 more combos will actually knock him out and knock out the rest of his orbs, which will pick up and then end the fight. All these little orbs here. Nope. Sometimes you get a little bit unlucky with the placements there.
What was your Hainer time?
29.
Ooh, very nice.
Which, we don't hate those for ground combos. I went with the safer option today. You can do air combos on him, but it's very tight, and I don't really like it. Especially because I'm still coming off a little bit of rust here. Oops. So now we're just fighting some nobodies again. 6 hits kills them. But if you do a full combo, you're going to knock them pretty far away. And we don't really like that, so just kind of doing empty hits here. This is Axel. He's a mini boss here. We're just going to try to air combo him and try not to get hit here. So we'll get 3 air combos off the start. He's going to retaliate automatically. We're going to try to dodge. And 2 more should do it. If I can get him good enough. So he gives a scan. Very nice ability. And again, get bonuses are really nice in KH too, because it means you don't have to worry about levels to get them. So things like level 1 make them less of a obnoxious challenge and more of a enjoyable one, I'd say. But this is Setzer. He's pretty strong and he's pretty scary, so we're gonna lose to him. You might be like, but this looks kind of slow. You know, couldn't you just beat him like the other guys? And the answer is no. He has a lot of really cool attacks that retaliate. And frankly, losing is actually better for us, because for losing, instead of getting the champion's belt, you get the medal, and the medal gives us 1 strength. And again, that 1 strength comes in really handy early game. So 2 more hits here will kill me. Nope, please. Oh. Not a great Setzer time, but I did troll a little bit by hitting him twice there. So 25 is not the end of the world. Roxas falling from the sky cutscene. And we're moving on. Now, this is, I believe, day 6, and much like most kids in their age group, and even in further age groups like mine in college, we procrastinate. And it's the second to last day before summer vacation, time to actually do our homework. And so we're exploring the 7 wonders of Twilight Town. And those mysterious wonders are stair counting, and a wall, and a bag on top of a hill, and a waterfall. But this wall is evil and it shoots balls at us. Now, Ball Wall is notorious for being very rude at the beginning of runs, because if you get hit once, it becomes a very, very big hassle, and we're just going to try to avoid that. Very skillfully dodged, as you can say. And then we're going to head to the tunnel. Spooky tunnel.
Oh, that would have been
Look
so
how
good.
scary it is. It creates clones. So now we get to fight Vivi again. But these ones are a little bit scary. They die in one hit. But they are a little bit trickier because they are very rude.
I can't believe I actually almost pulled that off.
Okay.
Yeah, so having to deal with Senos
So
last,
great.
it's not what you want to see. Almost managed to make the best out of it, but I had to sit through that Keyblade DM.
Where is he at right now?
Entering Scala Colin. I
Oh,
got like
nice.
5
Final
minutes,
fights.
not even 5 minutes left.
Ooh,
3 minutes.
Very nice. I might get out of Roxas. No, probably not. It's been a pretty mediocre Roxas world. This is Shadow Roxas. He comes out of the waterfall. Our goal is just going to be to smack him into the corner here and just beat him up with our Keyblade. Sometimes he sneaks out of there, but that's not an issue today. Whew.
Oh my
So,
god.
something about air combat with Roxas that I haven't mentioned before. It's not easy.
Oh, what's going on?
Roxas tends to
I-
have lead pants, so go ahead.
I did an air slide into the pole and got flow motion by accident.
Oh no!
That was terrifying. Oh my god.
Oh,
Is that in the? Are you talking about the first fight where you spam arrow?
Yeah, I recovered, but
Oh
Yeah.
lord! One uses fire, one uses flow motion.
Ooh, I'm not
Both
gonna
of them
have
successfully completed the fight.
the hardest fight in the run?
Yeah, listen, you can't question art, and that's just what this is. Every speedrun a masterpiece.
Yep.
But yeah. Oh, this is the bag, by the way. There's a dog in it, but the dog is actually a nobody that looks like a dog. I don't know. It's plot. Nobody's heartless. Ah, evil. But yeah, that ends the day 6. There's still 2 more wonders we have to look at. There's the Mirage Train, which we actually take as Sora later on to go to Yen Sid's tower. Because it actually does exist, go figure. In addition to the mansion, where you can see a girl in the window of the 2nd story on the west wing. I wonder why. Spoilers, her name's Naminé. We've seen her before. Because the whole plot of this, I believe, is like, if I'm not mistaken, Sora lost his memories in Chain of Memories. Roxas ran away from the Organization 13 after 358 days and Shion's dismissal. Is to look like Ansem now, because he gave into his darkness again, but it captured Roxas, and
Oh,
he used
no.
Roxas in Simulated Twilight Town to restore Sora's memories. Sorry, go ahead.
Can we borrow a comment? Swift, are you still here?
Oh my god.
Do you want to
So, yeah,
explain
the-
what just happened and why this game sucks?
Yeah, so this game's really terrible. If anybody hasn't played it, basically when you do this thunders to stagger armored Xehanort before you do the shot lock, there's a chance that for whatever reason the thunder can stagger him to the left side and he breaks out. And it's awful.
Yeah, it makes very little sense, but it's just a thing that can happen.
That's not cool. That's very not cool.
Anyway,
game.
but very quick
Really
first
well.
phase on the final Xehanort, so just Stitch remaining and it should be in the bag.
I mean, if you want to slow down a little bit, that'd be great. I'm almost done with Roxas World. We can finish together. All good and jolly cooperation and competition.
And there we have the situation command.
Yatta.
It's not time yet, but he has done it.
He has completed the game, but he
Yeah,
hasn't finished the game
Yes.
yet. If I had to give an estimate, it's probably about a 12 to 13 minute difference right now, if I'd had to guess. I did not have the greatest of Roxas worlds, needless to say.
Hardest part of the run,
Too
man.
bad. This should be a 17 something if I had to guess, which is not very good. Very rusty, but it's okay. Oh, jump a little higher,
All right,
Roxas.
IBA is ready because we got about like 10 seconds.
Whew.
And go.
Hey,
GG,
GG, sorry. And good
GG's.
luck to Iba and Dash, and I'm out for you.
Good
Have a
luck.
good one. We'll need it. All right. So I'm fighting the last nobodies in Roxas World. He is just starting out. We want to talk a little about Roxas's lead pants and how much we love them.
His pants reminded me a lot of the views from one.
But essentially, Roxas is, if you think Roxas is hard to combo with, he's even harder to combo with. Because you have to combo Roxas with Roxas. That's a nightmare. We're almost done with this. He's going to make it all stop. So we're just going to beat him up with 2 Keyblades. And this is a really cool, like, almost tech demo of like some of the power you get later in the run. I really like it. What did I do wrong there? Probably going to DM me here because I messed up the fight a little bit here. That's okay. I'm sure they've explained this before for those who are new watching 2FM. DM essentially means desperation move. Basically like a last-ditch move that the bosses will do to try to win the fight on you. They're usually invulnerable during it, and it's very rude. But I just finished Axel 2. Not a great fight, not a great Axel or Roxas World, but we're through, and it's definitely my least consistent part of the game, so hopefully we can play a little bit better coming to mid-game and not give too much time back to IBA. Yeah, now we're leaving Roxas World. Roxas agrees to rejoin with Sora, fully completing his memories, and we're going to menu real quick here. Okay, we're going to set you both to party attack. Metal and Sora. I choose to equip a couple ethers here. And we're going to... What do I want to do? This. I think that's it. Oh, I got to switch summon effects. Okay. We'll do that later. Oh, I am in rando mode. Oops. I just went back and picked up the first chest. It's okay, it's okay. My brain is very much confused with what I wanted to do today. But nevertheless, we are now Sora, our main protagonist of the game, in his old KH1 clothes, interestingly enough. So we gotta go get our clothes changed. So we're gonna head to Jensen's tower. But first, we have to fight Nobody's at a Station. This is another fight that ends either by losing a certain amount of health threshold or hits. And this happens a lot in the game for first fights in the world because it doesn't know where to put you oftentimes. So our goal here is just to get as many hits as possible. I think it's 100 hits or so ends the fight, or like a minute and a half passing. So we're just going to try to hit these guys with like individual hits here with like 1-2, 1-2 as I call it. And try to get as many hits racked up as possible in this fight. Cure off as well. Alright. And once we hit a certain level threshold here, you'll see me stop going for 1-2 hits on these enemies and start using full combos. Because at some point we get a strength upgrade at level 6, and that means we are no longer able to do 4 hits individually on these guys. It just does too much damage. I am whiffing a lot here. This is not great. Do not want to see that. Alright. So there's that strength upgrade that I talked about. You see now I'm taking 3 hits to kill them. So we're just going to go ahead and full combo some of these guys out. And we should be getting an end of this fight pretty soon. Oh, I'm missing a lot here. Oof. Should be any hit now. There it is. Bit of a slower segment, unfortunately, but we do acquire a money pouch, an anthem report, and a blue crystal orb, none of which are useful in any percent. Unless you're curious about the lore. And we keep moving. More cutscenes to skip, more mini bosses to fight. This is Pete. He's a pseudo main protagonist in this game, along with Maleficent. He kind of appears a lot with Heartless. Is kind of like a henchman of Maleficent, who was one of the primary villains in KH1, as we saw a long, long while ago now. And we get our first Heartless enemies of the game, who we quickly dispatch. And move up this tower where Heartless are spawning as well. Pete gets a little frustrated. We grab an ether, and we start our ascent. No, I did forget some things in the menu that I'll have to remember later. We have to switch our config so that summon animations are off, because they take quite a long time, and they're a very rude surprise in the middle of the run, if you forget. And I also forgot to unequip Donald's Cure. Now you might be thinking, but Dodge, what happens when you get low on health? Like, don't you need Cure? And the answer is no, because I shouldn't get low on health almost ever, ideally. There is one situation where I actually do want to get low on health to boost for EXP, but that won't come up for quite a while. We actually have quite a bit of experience right now because I did not do very well on the station fight. As you saw by the level up in that last room, usually that doesn't happen until the second room here, where we get, again, another Heartless wave. We are introduced to our second Heartless enemy in the Soldier, and just some familiar foes from KH1. And I'm like, there. Good job, Donald. Donald is helping very much with the thunders here. Goofy's trying. But IBA, how's your run going so far?
Good. I just got to doing struggles right now with Hayne.
Ooh.
Had a pretty
My
clean Twilight Thorn.
My favorite fight of the game, Hainer. Really fun fight. Super consistent, right? Ha 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 ha. He never breaks out.
Reset on beginner.
Probably a majority of mine for sure. Is struggles. Once I get out of Roxas World, or Simulated Twilight Town, or whatever you want to call it, the tutorial, once I get out of there, I almost never want to reset just because it's such a slog. Alright, but we finished ascending against his tower. He tells us...
Unfortunately, you didn't circle around.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Alright, following completion of Jensen's tower, we are directed through some more worlds. Through the Gummy ship, we have to traverse through different paths. For some reason, he explains why. I don't remember why. It's like the paths are blocked, but there's other ways around to go to familiar worlds and new worlds. And we get our first drive form, which is Valor Form. We get our cool-looking 2 Keyblades, and this is a more offensive-focused form, based off of strength and combos. And you cannot use magic while in this form, which is important to note. The only way you can heal is with items. Usually isn't a problem in beginner, but in other categories can be a bit of a warning sign. So we're just gonna try to get as many hits as possible here. Now each drive form in the game that we get, there is 5 in total. We will see, well, there's 6 technically, but we will be seeing 5 of them. This first being Valor Form. This levels up through hits that I do. So each individual hit I get on a Heartless gives me 1 experience towards the form level. And we're trying to get around level 3 by the time we hit Timeless River. Now it's not for quite a while, but it's good to just keep track of me hitting Heartless, basically getting experience. And those 2 Heartless I just killed, the Showsters seem pointless, but it lets me do that trick right there. There's a little bit of speed tech to jump onto that ledge with an attack. We're gonna grab some more chests here, the AP boost, and the only drive recovery we'll see in the game. I think it's like one of the only that's in a chest in the entire game as well. And in that previous cutscene, we picked up our first magic, which is Blizzard. Blizzard in this game is a straight line skill shot that does ice damage, and quite a bit of it. It's very handy early on for clearing out kind of waves of enemies like these. And also interrupts this guy's attack. So Leon's here with this minigame, or in the Bailey fight, to mess it up for us, basically. We're going to try to fish for some reaction commands off of the part, nobody's right here. And we're going to try to win this reaction command like that. We're gonna hope Leon does not interrupt at least one of the samurais. And that should be good for there. Pretty good Bailey overall. Leon didn't cause me too much trouble. And then there's one more wave that's gonna spawn here in a second. We're going to just aim our blizzards down the line. Hopefully they stay in a nice row for us. They don't like to do that very often, but the last one over there. Leon's going to take care of for me, and we get our second magic of fire. So overall, pretty nice Bailey. You like to see at least 2 to 3 of those reaction commands kill a majority of the nobodies in the fight. They did just that here. So onwards and away, one world complete. On to the most enjoyable part of this game. The greatest part. The Gummy Missions. Everybody loves the Gummy Missions. By that I mean they're boring auto-scrollers where you can kind of sit back, relax, take a nice drink of your water, and enjoy the view. As we
it's pretty
ride
cool
through
with the Gummy
space.
Mission, since at least for myself, there's only 2 Gummy Missions that I deem not a spot for me to take like a bathroom break or anything. Otherwise, pretty much every other Gummy Mission I take an up stretch or if I have to.
On the first one, I usually am like still ready to raring to go, so I'm like, I make it a goal to try to see how little I can get score-wise on this Gummy Mission. I think the lowest I've gotten is 2. But usually I end up like about 101 or so, because you get score every time you get hit, as well as when you kill things. And you might be wondering, why don't you just, attack things and enjoy yourself? And there's actually a strategic reason why. If I kill too many of these nobodies, and I get special drops from them, I can unlock more gummy ships. And unlocking more gummy ships takes a couple seconds each time, because there's a specific pop-up that appears. So you try to kill as few as possible outside of a couple gummy missions where trying to kill as few as possible can lead to actually dying. Things like the Olympus Coliseum Gummy Mission, and sometimes the Agrabah one as well, because the boss fight, the Gummy boss fight in that one is actually kind of scary. So outside of those, you'll see me kind of just like floating through space here. Maybe I'll get up and stretch during the Port Royal one. That's usually the bathroom break, and comes at a pretty good time into the run. So yeah, we're just kind of chugging along. So tell us about Roxas World. Tell us about how much you enjoy the first, formerly 30 minutes, now 17 minutes of gameplay.
Well, for the longest time for me, I despised Roxas. Mostly because Struggles was like a very part of my early game. Now it's just kind of putting together consistent. So getting pushed. Otherwise, I've come to really enjoy Roxas World just because it's a good chance for me to get off foot and start strong.
See, I'm not a big fan of it, just because simply the struggle fights alone make it such a hassle for me.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, Hainer's just like the one spot I hate no matter what. No matter how many times I do my runs, Hainer's like the one part I absolutely dread because he'll either decide that, hey, I'm just gonna chill around in the middle, wait for, just kind of linger, not do anything, so that eats up a few seconds right away, and you haven't even done it. Other times, decides, nah, I'm just gonna retaliate when I feel like it. Take 30 orbs.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, sometimes it's like, Hainer, 30 seconds, nice fight. Sometimes it's like, Hainer, 12 seconds, could have been worse. Sometimes it's Hainer 0, time to reset. That's just how it goes. So we're entering Land of Dragons. We're going to menu real quick here. Swap Donald for Goofy. We're going to take Ping's Ether, because she does not need it. We do. And we're actually going to go to Donald's abilities here real quick, because I forgot earlier. Turn off Cure, and go to the config real quick, and turn off those darn summon effects. We get more alert boxes. I do not care about those tutorials. And we're going to head straight into the first forced fight of the world. KH2 is a lot about moving from forced fight to forced fight as fast as possible, and then completing those fights as fast as possible. So it's going to spawn Heartless here. They're going to come group around me and not group around me at the same time. Very rude. Heartless, listen, you're supposed to listen and make me look good. Come on. Now no one's going to think I know what I'm talking about. They'll be like, oh, this guy's just... Did you just pick up the game yesterday? And we actually get level 2 Valor off of the initial fight in this world, which is really good for experience on Valor. That's a lot of Valor XP, which means I'm probably going to get even early level 3.
That in pre-Bailey, or not, you don't normally see that in pre-mission.
Means I can get away with just doing some greedier strats, like using the actual finisher here. to. But so we're gonna kill a couple enemies here, and we're just gonna start using fire to try to regain our drive by the end of missions. So there's 3 missions we're required to complete. The first one is just a simple fight against Heartless. The second one is a simple fight against slightly stronger Heartless, and then the third one is a like hide and go seek with Heartless. Is the best way to put it. The Heartless tend to be very rude and go underground and camp there, and it's very not nice. I'm not a big fan of it, I'll be honest. But yeah, that's just kind of the early Land of Dragons. Right now we do not have Milan in the party. We have Ping, because this is totally a guy. I don't know, like this is Ping. She's identifying as a guy so that she can join the military. That's the story of Milan. It's pretty cool. Girl power. But we have a Assault Rider here. I'm gonna carefully bait out that first attack. I'll take 3 combos. Actually, wow, I got the strength up already too. I am like way over levels right now. I had the strength level on the first Assault Rider on mission 2.
Oh, wow.
So I'm a little bit ahead of pace on XP, which is actually really good. Because experience actually became a thing that we had to worry about when we stopped EXP boosting on Hades Escape. Now, I don't know when you started speedrunning, but Hades Escape used to be a interesting wall for beginners of this category. Well, these shadows really like to stay underground though, and waste my time, unfortunately. So we're gonna use fire to try to clip them out of the ground to make sure we don't actually lose them. Doing an air combo would be technically faster, but it's also a lot riskier because sometimes they can just ignore you and just be really rude. Like that. And like that. They're giving really good examples of how they can be really mean and just go right underground. But now full combo will kill these guys. I'm actually going to run out of MP here strategically to try to get a little bit extra drive out of these. And so I can do this trick right here. Oh. Dang. Ideally you kill him with the Explosion of Valor. It's not as big of a deal now in PS4 as it was back in PS3. In PS3, the load times were so bad that if you actually killed that last guy with the Valor Explosion, you saved probably a good 5 to 7 seconds. But we're using Valor here not just to make the fight faster in Mountain Climb, but also for movement. You'll notice Sora runs a lot faster in Valor than he does in base Sora, and so we abuse that fact to just kind of zoom through some of these worlds. I'm going to try to get the fast strat here. Don't quite get it. Ideally, that finisher just kills all the enemies, and I'm getting a little bit unlucky here, but one hit away. And now we're going to do the same thing, hug this corner, and actually get unlucky again. Wow, that's very unfortunate. And he's going to hit me too. Okay. Very unfortunate mountain climb, but look on the bright side, plenty of Valor experience earned. We're going to hit this guy a little bit just to keep his aggro. Then we're going to hit this reaction command to break this wall. And get bopped on the way out just for good measure. Thank you very much, game. Very kind of you. And now the next stop is the cave. So, again, it's just kind of going from force fight to force fight here. Oops, forgot that gets targeted. And trying to do them as quickly as possible. Early game, we don't have nearly the kind of tools we do late game, so it's a lot more about tight execution on your air combos and your placements. So, ideally, we get the overhead swing there twice. The overhead swing does more damage than the AoE one. The little spin attacks. That's why it took me 1 extra hit for him as opposed to the other 2 Assault Riders I've killed so far. And we're going to use fire to kind of corral these shadows and just really shred through their ranks here. I should get most of these guys at the end here. Okay. Being a little bit rude here. We're going after the one that actually uses that swipe attack. It's a little bit faster to deal with. And my combo dropped. That's very sad. I'm just not playing well on Land of Dragons today. That's okay. 2 air combos will kill this guy. We'll earn our slide dash get bonus. Ping also earns maximum HP and hyper healing. Very nice. And once again, going Valor here immediately for movement. Grabbing another chest for an AP boost on the way. And we're going to head up to the summit after this. So the cave was actually a trap by Shan Yu, and he destroys the town because apparently we were the only ones in the entire military guarding that town. And so that's our fault for defeating like 1,000 Heartless in that cave. Grabbing one more AP boost on the way up to the summit here. And heading in here. Hello. Okay.
Hello. I'm back.
Welcome back. And so the summit's actually really important now to get experience on. The bolt towers give quite a bit, and even the rapid thrusters, I call them rapid thrusters because that's the RC they give a little bit of experience. So we try to jump to spawn them a little bit here and kill as many as possible using the RC where applicable. Not a great usage there by me, but
Yeah, most of these enemies that are on screen, if you haven't surmised, are not actually there in game. In order to spawn them, you gotta kind of like jump up in the air and lock onto them to get them to actually spawn into the fight.
You want to wait just a half a second here just to make sure we actually grab that RC and grab a bunch of them. Sometimes you get unlucky and get bolt reversal here and lose a bit of time here. That's why I'm really happy I'm ahead of XP early, because this fight can be really mean for it sometimes, like there, where you just get grabbed repeatedly. And a parry there, and a knockback there, and you can see how quickly this fight can turn and evolve into a very big mess. Okay, that was not a bad end there. 88's never a bad total. We got the level up, which is the most important thing. And we're level 12 now, I believe. And we're going to head down the mountain. Well, let's equip menu here. So we're going to set Milan to party attack through the customized menu. Use our AP boost here. Equip slide dash, scan, and combo boost. I forgot to do the thing. Now we're supposed to, I believe, also use the PlayStation button to trigger a help menu there. Am I correct? IBA, you can correct me on that, but
I typically do that at the very opening menu for LOD as soon as I equip the second ether and put auto reload on.
okay. I actually don't put auto reload on. If you equip 2 ethers at the very start, it automatically does auto reload for you. That's something I learned in Rando, actually. I don't know why it does that, but it does. Just a fun little fact. I don't know if it's better time-wise, but it's just what I prefer to do. But yeah. So I can do that anywhere, though, right?
Say that one more time.
I can do the, where can I do the help menu? If I forgot.
At this
Maybe in
point, if you
Beast?
missed it,
I can just trigger it. I
you
can go to
could.
items and
So
trigger it, right?
before Hades escape, if you want to go to like items in that force menu, you can trigger it there.
Okay, just any force item with the PlayStation button. Got it. Yeah, because basically the reason we're going to force it, you're going to see, I'm going to get a couple of help menus. I think it's like 4 that pop up at the time, and that saves us another 5. Because if I don't do that, eventually I will automatically, like, I'll open my pause menu, and when I do, 5 will appear, or 9 will appear in Olympus Coliseum. Because all the help menus that we have skipped so far will suddenly be very upset at us.
Yeah, he'll be yelling at you like, "Why haven't you opened us yet?"
Help! Alright, so Shan Yu, I'm going to guard his attack here. He asks if we can overpower him. Spoilers, we can. And that slide dash we equip comes in handy here. Get a couple combos in the corner here. Didn't get the greatest damage out of Valor, and this bird is going to be very rude today. As per usual, the bird is the real boss fight here. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
The Shan Yu's bird actually likes to do more than actual Shan Yu in that fight, which is, I think, the funniest part of it.
One like not very well known fact about like the bird's attack patterns is it's actually associated with Shan Yu's revenge value. Whenever you hit Shan Yu's revenge value, the bird always follows up with an attack immediately.
Yep.
So that's at least like one thing that's predictable about it. But in terms of like every other time he attacks you, I haven't noticed a rhyme or reason.
Okay,
Sometimes it'll just pick you up and just.
Now you best be mashing that circle button for aerial dodge.
IBA with a very good pre-Bailey fight. Looks like you got like plenty of Valor hits there. That's pretty good because I don't know if they've mentioned that you level up Valor Form by getting hits, and on beginner especially, it's kind of tricky just because of how strong you are on beginner. You can kill enemies too quickly and not get enough hits. So you want to try to get like as many Valor hits as possible leading up to LOD.
You want to hear something nuts, Thar, about what I did this run?
Yeah.
I hit level 2 in the pre-missions fight.
Yeah, I've been there. Done
That's
that.
how much XP I got in the initial phase. It was no spoon pre-Bailey, but it was a pretty good pre-Bailey.
Right.
Yeah, this is the pirate ship. Like I said, this is one of the 2 Gummy missions you'll see me actively trying to attack things, because this Gummy mission is very, very mean with its damage. You'll probably see in a minute when I get smacked by some of these giant floating orbs that come out of these cannons, but they hit like a truck. Getting hit by, I think, like 7 or 8 of them will actually just destroy your ship outright. Now, the little green orbs are actually health orbs, and the ghosts drop a bunch of those, which is probably why they're in this mission so frequently. I think that's good design.
Yes.
Good job, Square. But yeah, those little explosions right there, those can really mess you up, and they're not exactly as telegraphed. Also, this big old ball here, very important to destroy that. It will also mess you up.
Ooh, IBA got the full clear on the Bailey.
Ooh.
That's a good thing and a bad thing when you kill that entire wave with one dual stance. It's good because it kills a lot of enemies at once, but it actually causes the samurais to spawn in a staggered pattern, which can be pretty annoying. But it looks like IBA is getting some good luck here.
Leon
He's got these
cooperated
last
with
two
that?
dots. Yeah, that was a pretty good. Bailey right there.
Leon's been
I like
Leon was
that.
pretty good today.
Yeah.
He's not very rude. Sometimes Leon really just makes that fight
So-
miserable because he'll just walk up and smack every samurai exactly once, so it doesn't actually use its combo on you.
I kid you not, until like the last 2 days of doing practice runs, Leon has just been absolute. He's been either sitting back the entire time just doing nothing but fireballs, and I've got a bunch of dust still left on the field, so I can't because then he'll just screw with the samurais, or he'll just take his time and kill the Dusk and immediately fireball samurai after that.
Yeah, the worst case scenario is he fireballs the samurais because he can hit both of them with the fireball at once, and it just takes so long to recover from that.
If he hits both of those first two samurais that spawn with a fireball and clears them away from the creepers, the fight is done. You might as well
When I-
reset if you're
when I
grinding
see
for a
Leon
PB.
throwing the fireball, my hand automatically goes to the reset button.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, we'll see what happens.
I'm gonna try to kill the pirate ship here because I think it's fun, but I don't think I'm gonna do quite enough damage. No. Very sad.
Probably going to get an extra gummy reward prompt, but not a big deal. Rather that happen than die on this mission, because, like you said, it's very easy to die here.
I think it's actually one we get later anyways, so it's not a big deal.
Well, no, because we don't. What
Not 100%. Which one do we get here? I win 3?
you can you get like a ship upgrade here, but your score is probably definitely in the threshold to get an extra one.
I just got the
No
teeny
big
ship.
deal, it's like-
so. I mean,
Oh, wow.
eventually- Yeah,
What?
no, it wasn't. Yeah, I just got the teeny upgrade in the one ship, so I think I'm good.
Maybe there isn't an extra one on that one.
I think it's only if you collect, like, I think it's the golden grabby boy. I think he gives you the item that will always give you, like, a ship upgrade. So I think he'll give you, like, a falcon or something.
It might be
100%
like
on that,
dependent on like certain missions, because some of them it's score based. Others it might be
It's-
like you said
it's
with
the-
the
It's because the score gives you items at the end. Okay. I understand, dogs. You didn't want to be slide dash today. My bad.
Dodge ensuring the biggest RNG portion of the run, Olympus. And it's not a joke when we say that literally every single component of Olympus, especially in beginner, has RNG to it that can like be the difference between like 10 and even 30 seconds, depending on where you are.
I almost just rando grabbed a chest instead of the. Well, I grabbed some. You're gonna see me do some different chests likely than IBA. As a very elder runner, I'm gonna be grabbing some chests that are no longer valid. Some extra ethers here and there, some extra AP boosts just to be safe.
No issue with that. What AP route
I'm
are you
getting
doing?
rocked to heck and back, dude. Sorry, say that again.
What AP route are you doing?
I ended with 42 my last run. I know I think the usual one is 30 out of 40, so. Oh, so I grab even less than you. I'm using a hybrid
Yeah,
between Logic's route and like some extra AP just to be safe in certain spots. For the most part, when you're under AP, the easiest tip we can give you is just unequip guard. It's usually the one that we don't need the most. So if I was using my old route, I would be equipping EXP boost here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm instead going to go to the items and actually do something else. So this is Hades.
Oh yeah, make sure you do that tutorial prompt.
I know, I was thinking about that. So we're gonna slide dash into shoot a fire into him. Spoilers, he is invulnerable, so we can't hit him. Here, there we go. So you see, I got two little prompts there. Just only 2. That's actually huge. That skips 7 other prompts, and those are fast prompts too. Some of the other ones take quite a while. Okay, I forgot I had all limit on. This shouldn't be that bad though. Oh, we're gonna have a really fast first phase though. Or not, because the shadows all went underground when I burst Shido. That's so sad.
Oh no.
Actually, the worst case scenario there.
Did you mean to do Bushido there?
No. I meant to do a bat cry, but I have auto
You didn't turn off.
still.
Oh no.
I don't have abilities anymore. Yeah.
All right. This is kind of a big deal because we don't have MP Hastera on
It's
beginner
fine.
like you do
I'll
on
just go
crit.
Ether. I grabbed extras. for this
That is
reason.
true. You could do that.
That's why I grab extras, because I make mistakes.
Start of
Phase
this
is
is
really
gonna be
good
a
this
little
fight.
tricky though.
Yeah, should be fine though. Oh, what? Okay, dead spot my controller, thank you.
Ooh, that was a nice combo to clear out those shadows. That was like all 3 in 1. All right, he did a pretty good job managing
I gotta
platform
be
2 without
so
MP.
careful. I keep trying to mash my triangle. I'm really good at XP, by the way. I got the level up for 13 already.
Yeah, you're set.
Okay, very unfortunate here. We're just gonna Burashido right away and hope it's enough damage. We're probably gonna use the finisher here. Did not get the back cry because Oran, not unequipping his abilities means sometimes he can just interrupt this fight. Very rudely. Okay, Hades, I get it. I felt the heat. I felt the heat. Hey, not bad. We're gonna grab this money here real quick. Overall, not the worst Hades escape considering the start. The actual worst floor of that Hades escape was the first one where I used an ability that should have made that first floor really easy. And I think that's the most ironic thing.
Way back here.
But
Yeah, but heading up to Cerberus, which if you guys have watched like crit level 1 or higher difficulty categories, you may know that on Cerberus they actually intentionally die to get Mickey to kill Cerberus. Not so much an option on beginner, just because of how long it takes to die. So we actually are gonna have to fight Cerberus here.
it's very close in terms of time. A good Cerberus fight does lose out to like a really good Mickey fight. Just because you can die pretty quickly by manipulating Fireball RNG. But I'm gonna try to just actually fight it out here.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest fight to do.
He does this this 3-head chomp attack, and what we like to do is if you stay on his right head and keep attacking it, you can usually avoid his attacks because that head is always the one that's going to initiate the attack first. So he's going to go to his right, keep attacking this head on the right. 1, 2, 3. He's going to go up. Hopefully he doesn't jump and spin. We like seeing this.
Oran, no auto limit, thank you. Auto limit will likely be useful there, but
And yeah, we're gonna go into Oran's limit Bushido for this DM, and the hitboxes is actually gonna do like some pretty devastating damage to him right now.
Yep.
Looks like we're gonna try to proc. Yep, the RC here.
I actually got it. That was really clean. Try to do some really quick low air combos here. Just try to kill Cerberus here. One more combo should do it. There we go. Not a bad fight.
That was a very, very clean fight. Very good RNG.
That fight's very, very finicky. You have to be very patient, is the way I put it. Because if you're just wildly swinging, you're gonna get smacked away by Cerberus. But if you play it a little bit slower, the fight actually is pretty darn consistent.
Right. Well, it's consistent unless he decides to just jump all the time.
Or
Which he
Bushido,
can.
Or Bushido just misses, like, completely. Which can happen. Like, it can just
That
riff on them
that
a lot.
usually will happen if he starts his DM when he's on the incline. For some
Oh,
reason,
really?
that causes the hitboxes of Bushido to just whiff. Doesn't
Again.
happen too often, but whenever it does, I just cry. Because there's
Again.
nothing you can do about it.
Just a little Valor movement here. It saves maybe a fraction of a second to do that there, but every little second counts, and there's no reason not to, because at this point in the run, we're already at the point where our anti-points, which we'll talk about a little bit later when it becomes more relevant, are through the roof, so we're never going to try to Valor inside of a fight, because it's not safe anymore. That's all you need to know. A little bit unlucky with the urns combos there. Please. Urns are a very finicky part of the run. You want to talk about that a bit, Zar?
Yeah, I mean, you got like the spawn pattern RNG of the urns, how they decide to move, and just the fact that beginner doesn't have draw makes urns just 10 times worse.
Or a finishing plus.
Yeah, Well, finishing plus is not like it helps, but
It's just
the
nice.
draw is like the biggest part. It's Earns 1 like mainly is the one that's like pretty terrible. Earns 2, you kind of gotta wait till the big Earns spawns to finish
Should have
anyway,
enough room
even on
here.
crit. Yeah, he's just like clearing out as many Earns as he can, waiting for this this pack to spawn.
The big boy.
And
Pretty decent RNG. A little bit slow on the spawn there, the big urn. I might have had like one or two too many left alive.
Mhm.
You have to clear out enough urns to make space for the big urn, or else it'll just spawn another clump of urns instead of the actual big guy. And the
Right.
big guy is important because every urn you knock him into, instead of dropping the usual individual like one cost orbs as I call them, they will each drop 10 for the 3 that they get. So we're gonna pick up a chest here. This is a power boost. It is one of one power boost we get in the run. Much like in KH1, not very many. They're kind of hard to come by because they're kind of good.
I think that's the only chest in the game that gives like a power or a stat boost item.
Yes.
In,
I think there's
at
another
all.
one, but it's like I think it's like Pride Lands Deep Second Visit or something. Like I think there's more than
You
one.
could
I
be
know there's a
right.
magic boost one as well. Actually, no, you're definitely right because I know on level 1 that's the only one you're allowed to use because that's the only one you get out of chests.
There
Again,
could be one in
grabbing
Pride
up-
Land. If it's not in any percent, I don't know about it. And Pride
No,
Lands isn't, so I'm
that's
not
fair,
familiar with that.
I'm a big fan of All Worlds. I love it for the memes mainly. But we're heading to Demix. Demix is a very, very cool fight, and by cool fight I mean awful fight of RNG and nonsense. I'll let Thar complain about it more as I do it. But essentially, he's just gonna spawn a bunch of water clones, and I just gotta hope that they kind of group together and stay around him.
Hmm. You want to end the water clone RC around Demix because the next pack of water clones spawn around him, so that they can get like hit by the finisher of the last RC you did. And there's RNG, and you can somewhat manipulate the positioning of where you finish the RC because it's always going to finish on wherever your lock on or your auto lock is currently at before you do the last part of the RC. And this is looking pretty solid so far.
Actually, not bad.
Damn.
You said something. You said something.
Yeah, I was gonna say one thing about this fight. It's, no matter how well it's going in the beginning, it can turn bad pretty pretty quickly.
The biggest thing
This
you
is
don't want
actually really
I'll
good.
take
A
I'll take
48.
any day of the week. Any day of the week. But
Yeah, I'd say 45 is average. Anything over 45 is really good.
Oops.
So yeah, we take that.
We're gonna equip aerial dive. We're gonna unequip combo boost and equip EXP boost here. We're gonna use EXP boost in this next fight. Now,
Ooh, you're doing
level
14 Hydra.
Yeah, 14 Hydra. It's the only one I know. It's what I saw in VOD reviews, therefore it's the one I'm doing.
But yeah, what EXP boost does is whenever you're below 50% health, you gain double EXP. So he's looks like he's gonna take out this first wave of the bats maybe, and then he's purposely gonna have Pete like constantly hit him so he can get under 50% HP, so he can
He's just too
EXP
good, I
boost
can't hit
the
him.
right.
I need to throw this potion, by the way. It's just kind of chilling in my inventory, and I need to get rid of it. Yeah, he's gonna spawn.
Don't
this
throw it
big
now.
guy here. No, I know.
I thought you were about those. Alright, so now we're like below 50% HP. The thing about EXP boosts, though, is it only counts if Sora is the one who deals the finishing blow to enemies.
Yep.
So we're going to try to like kill these soldiers as fast as we can before Goofy has a chance to. And looks like he got all of them on his own.
Look at all the 180 or 190.
And
XP.
the other thing is, it has to come from like Sora's Keyblade or Magic. RC's like Batcry don't count towards EXP boost.
160. I should get enough in this. 14. It's gonna be close. I should have enough though. I think each of these guys gives 50.
You might have to spawn another wave, but I'm not sure.
We'll see. Just enough. Let's go. My math,
Oh, nice. Very
math
nice.
skills are on point today. Okay, thank you, Pete. Thank you, Pete. Very,
Yeah,
very
for being-
cool. Funny pinball. Haha, funny pinball move.
So being level 14 for Hydra and getting an extra strength set is going to make Hydra a lot easier to deal with, and hopefully be able to get the kill without a second Trinity limit.
Can I do
But that's why
Valor
we
strats on
EXP
Hydra?
boost on Oh, you might have to might have to open with the Trinity. We'll see.
I should have enough time. If I don't troll. gonna be. I might get just enough damage. Do I need to do 2 hits or just hit finisher?
Hit finisher. I mean, that's probably all you're gonna have the gauge for.
Okay.
If
yeah,
you go
for
for a second hit, it's usually it's gonna whiff. Oh, unlucky. Hopefully his head comes down, gets good RNG.
Yeah, very good RNG.
Yep,
oh,
there you
whoa,
go.
Whoa! My man threw me away. I've never seen that before. Marathon runs. What can you do?
I've seen that a couple times. But yeah, since we're level 14, we have the damage to be able to kill these heads fast enough without having to do the earn RC. You're gonna hear spam. You're gonna hear Phil spam. Get up on the Hydra's back. But we're not gonna do that.
Get up on the Hydra's back. I'm gonna carefully target
that was
this
very
head
clean.
specifically right here. We're gonna move out and draw just a little bit here. Hopefully gonna. This should be good.
Yeah.
It's just
First,
range here.
use the Trinity limit in the game, and you're gonna see just how strong this can be when you can hit a lot of targets with it. So these first 2 parts of Trinity, they aren't dealing damage, but they're racking up hits.
Nice.
And the finisher of Trinity deals damage based on the number of hits. Good lord.
Yeah, that's what we call Trinity list, by the way. I know I use Trinity, but it's called Trinity list because we used to have to use 3 Trinities on that fight, and now we use 1 in a good fight. So, very, very nice.
That
fight,
was
actually.
one of the hardest hitting Trinities I've seen. Oh, he give you the triple head pattern, didn't he?
It's all about aim. He gave me triple head at the end, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That one's gonna make sure all the finisher hits him.
Yep.
But yeah, that's actually that triple head pattern. We call it fast head pattern because he only stays down for or he stays on the shortest amount of time between the 3 head patterns he can give you. And usually you wouldn't want to see that if you were trying to go Trinity list, but since we're level 14, that's actually the best head pattern to get because the head's just right there as you land.
Yeah, and it
And he
only
was
takes
able to
about
make a quick work of it.
1.5 combos will do enough damage there to finish him off. Now I'm going to equip the first
Mhm.
Keyblade change of the game. Hidden Dragon that we got from Shan Yu. Very bad Keyblade. We do not equip that. Not in this household. So we're going to try to get the Cyclone RNG. We only got 1 kill, which is unfortunate. Actually going to just improvise here a little bit. Because I did only kill 2, I think you need to kill 3 enemies here, if I'm correct? Or is it just 2?
3.
You have to kill
3
3
and
to
then go
spawn
through
all of
Trinity.
the enemies. And so because of that, I just decided to do a familiar backup strat that only I do, which is just actually doing the fight with fire. Because if they're all grouped up like that, fire actually might have saved a bit of time, funny enough.
Yeah, that was pretty fast with how
yeah.
grouped up they were.
It's very situational, but I don't recommend it. But is what it is. And now we're in the first Gummy mission that I like to call the break segment, because I literally can just, I'm going to set down the controller for a good 2 minutes, eat some of my delicious dinner, and we can talk about how IBA is doing.
IBA also on a Gummy mission here. Good old OC. But yeah, there are a few Gummy missions where you can take a break throughout the run. This Beast Castle one, there's one for Port Royal, and then Halloween Town. They all have a lot of leniency for you to be able to get up and use the bathroom if you need to. Others, like this OC one, not so much. We actually have a running joke in the community that you're not a Kingdom Hearts 2 runner until you've died to the OC Gummy at least once in a run.
Fact.
Because we've all done it.
I had the
Early
bold move of
running,
trying to go to the bathroom at the start of that mini game.
Was to the bathroom break, and the second time stupid. So I died twice in the same to OC.
OC Gummy isn't the scariest in the run. I'd argue Agrabah's scarier just because the boss fight, if you want to get an optimal speed run and not kill anything, dodging him is actually really hard.
You have the leeway to kill him and still not get an extra prompt.
You can just kill him though, which is just there's no reason not to.
But yeah, OC and Agrabah, those are the 2 that every runner has died to at least once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Olympus Coliseum is what we mean when we say OC. We like to use acronyms in this game.
Sorry, go ahead, IBA.
I had a good start to LOD. Mission great. Everything else was great until Summit. Terrible Summit. I made up a little bit of XP during Shan Yu.
Yeah, the big XP check comes after Hades' escape. So now I'm in red health, I'm going to start trying. And what's cool about this Gummy mission, and all Gummy missions, is when you're at low health, the game actually like says, okay, let me help you out a bit, and every enemy will start dropping HP orbs instead of the usual like score orbs that they drop, and it's very nice because then you can hit a big pack like that, and suddenly I'm back to half health. Not to mention the boss of this one has 6 arms that only drop HP orbs. So we just use the lock-on function to just kind of plow through every arm but one. And we just kind of let him vibe for a bit. But, yeah, Gummy Missions are pretty straightforward. There's not too much to know about them, other than they're just auto-scrollers. There's nothing to just beat them up on like in KH1 and KH3. And we're just kind of stuck here.
It's a lot of downtime throughout the run. It's like 25 or so minutes total throughout the entire run, which is a lot. Yeah, mixed opinions. I personally kind of like them. They give you downtime. They give you time to like recuperate after a split. You know, you may have just had like a bad split and need to like get your thoughts together. Go through the gummy, calm down, focus on what you got to do next. Check Twitter, use the bathroom.
On PS4, I'll say I like them, but on PS3, man, those load screens are so long.
I'm a PS4 baby.
We have a joke back when we ran PS3 that like you could go into drive, you know, pause the game to buffer the drive, go take a shower, get a sandwich, eat the sandwich, maybe take a quick nap, come back, and then maybe you could unpause. Because the load times were so bad, you had to literally pause for 2 to 3 seconds just to make sure you didn't like die to the fight.
Yeah, when you're going into drive forms,
it would actively affect strats. It also was abusable for iframes though, in some strats too, which is funny. Oops. Randall Brain, stop.
IBA is currently getting absolutely abused by Hades on platform 2, which is pretty unfortunate.
Par for the course. That does sound like Hades.
Yeah, that's actually, I think platform 2 is my least favorite platform in the entire section of Hades Escape.
Platform 2 is simultaneously my favorite and least favorite, because it either goes the best and the fastest, or it's the worst.
For me, usually it goes the worst. But yeah, I mean, if Hades is passive, which he rarely ever is, then you can like clear that platform in less than 10 seconds. Very fast.
You want Hades to approach you and try to swing at you, because those are easy to react to and guard. Whereas if he just kind of sits back, you kind of can just get pegged by a bunch of fireballs. And there's not much you can do when you're in the middle of casting fire to guard. So we don't have Reflect right now. We don't have the ability to quick guard like that. And so, like right here, you're going to see me go Valor before the fight. And I'm going to try for 1 cycle Thresholder. This is a very, very... I don't want to say RNG based, but like inconsistent strat.
Depends on how you do it, man. You got to see that C1 1 cycle. IBA will show you. He knows it. But yeah, like the thing about 1 cycle here is since we're level 14 and we have that extra shrink stat, we need to whiff a hit on Thresholder in order to get a 1 cycle. Otherwise, we'll over damage him. So he's going to try to position himself to initiate. No. Unfortunate.
It just ate my input for the second attack. I actually might have enough drive to get away with it, though. I leveled up to 3 there. Probably will.
You definitely will.
Really tight. I gotta be clean. Do I skip this AP boost? I can skip this AP boost.
Well, you could you could world warp. Use the save point to get out.
Nah, that's slow. I skip AP boost.
Then you gotta pick up another AP boost.
I know a bunch of them because I used to run this game when we got 54 AP. Actually, 48. 48. We ended the game with 48.
I don't even know if you need to skip that AP boost. Because your drive doesn't go down when you open a chest. Yeah, you could have.
Yeah, whatever. It does. A little bit.
Not during the opening animation, I don't think.
Maybe that's just
I could be wrong.
Rando brain, dude. I don't know. Also, fun fact, in HD, because of 60 FPS, this grip meter goes down really fast. You actually have to be pretty on point with this minigame. Because if you mess up and like Mrs. Potts gets stuck, you're stuck walking all the way back to Cogsworth, who's hanging onto that lantern, and Mrs. Potts has to walk all the way back too, and then all the way back to this 3rd lantern. So
didn't they have to patch this when this port came out?
Maybe. You know what I have to do still? Throw that potion.
This would have been a good time to do it while you're waiting on Mrs. Potts.
I'm gonna do it in Beast.
But yeah, gonna go Valor Form to get to Beast again. Beast will just die in 1 Valor Form combo here. Pick up another AP boost in the way.
First, I have to kindly ask, please, Master, please compose yourself. Please, Master. Okay, he's not composed today. He's not composed today. He's very non-composed. Okay, we're good. Okay.
Yeah, so if Beast is in the middle of an attack animation, when you do the RC, he'll iframe through it.
Please,
So
master, please, compose yourself. All right, sorry, continue. That's required.
No, it's fine. That's all I have to say. Yeah, now we got Beast. Just gonna swap Donald in for Goofy in this menu. I don't know if you do anything else with Beast abilities, but
No, I think that's it now. Carefully go
some
to the
people
right
do.
place here.
Personal preference. I don't, but we got the last boss of the world here, or the last two.
Thresholder and Shadow Stalker and Darkthorn. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. Can't you actually save warp here too? Funny enough. Like you can save warp to the room down. It's actually like technically like a second faster if you're quick.
I've heard people say different things.
Is that fair?
I don't know what's faster, but
interesting part about this part, I have to be very careful to only hit him like 2 times here, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just 2 hits, or you'll over damage him.
I might be over damage. We'll see. I think I got 3 hits there.
No, you're fine.
Oh, bad angle. Ah, bad angle.
Ooh.
Okay.
You
Pretty
can still
clean, though.
catch him after this and
Oh, I
still
did.
kill him?
Oh, I did. Come on, come.
Nice.
Who do you think I am? You
Dude,
can. What do you mean?
delay.
I will
Come
catch him. Come me some flag. I know I'm a little rusty.
Yeah.
I know I'm a little
Both
lost.
Shadow Stalker and Darkthorn are 2 fights you want to be like particular with not over damaging them, because especially Darkthorn here, we're just gonna want to do like one just square go straight into a Valor Form finisher, and then immediately go into a Trinity limit. Otherwise, he would have just DM'd if we damaged him anymore during this.
Yep. Very finicky.
And should be like a combo, a hit, and then another combo. There we go.
There.
Very clean.
Very decent fight there. Don't like him to go windowed. I do like to get windowless, but it's not the end of the world. I gotta remember to skip cutscenes a little bit faster as well. I'm a little bit slow on the roll today, but forgive me. I've been up since 5 in the morning.
Was that Maleficent I just saw? What?
No, she's a crow. That was Crow from Persona 5. So I'm gonna do some little finicky Mac movement here. If you lock on and use the right stick, I found out recently. I never knew how to do it. I watched everyone else do it for like a year. If you lock on and use the right stick, you can control where the lock on goes in the Gummy menu, and you can use the circle button to warp right to that world. And it's pretty swifty movement.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
One thing I'll say about Solo Trinity on that fight is the reason it's really strong on that fight is because we're just really strong in general. We're like really way over leveled for Beast Castle right now because of how we did. Yeah, because we did LOD and then into OC. I think the game, like the path they kind of intend you to take is do Beast Castle before OC. That's just because of like the battle levels they are. But yeah, being level 14, especially since we EXP boosted and like had a pretty good summit, makes a Beast Castle pretty good steamroll.
Actually, the biggest reason why they do it is because Hero's Crest is more valuable on crit. Because otherwise missions are actually miserable if you do not have Hero's Crest. Source me who tried to do missions 1.
Are you talking about on level 1?
Even on crit, like
crit does LOD before OC too.
LOD.
It's only level 1 that does.
Mini, please. Thank you. I tried to push the mouse sometimes. Okay, mini. Mini.
No, the 1-inch hero.
I should have just pushed her. You can actually push the mouse with a little bit, getting him on the edge. I'm good.
It's tricky. But yeah, did you see your money? We want to be at 640 money or around that before we go into Timeless River, because we're actually going to buy 2 accessories in the Moogle here for a total of 640. And you can check in the menu, that little force menu that pops up before the mini push, where your money's at, and depending on where it is, you may have to like farm some money off these bolt towers, which is not a big deal usually.
This way. Let's go. This way. Let's go.
This throne room is unreasonably big. Seriously, what do they need all this space for?
Let's go.
There's literally just a chair in here.
This way. Let's go. This way. Let's go.
I'll be again to EXP boost range. Gonna EXP boost this first wave of bats. And looks like he should be fine to hit level 14. Yeah, at this pace he'll be fine. There we go. And there it is.
Right.
What's that for?
Got a first fight at Timeless River, if you even want to call it a fight. All it takes is just one Valor Form combo to take this guy out. Very simple. And hopefully all the hits connect. We want to try to get level 3 Valor Form before the last boss of this World Final Pete, so that we have enough Valor to do that whole fight. And seeing that he got the level 2 in pre-mission, I'm sure he'll like definitely be getting it on boat fight if he doesn't already have it. But yeah, we're going to be making use of Chicken Little in these window fights. All of them except for the last, to draw these enemies in. Get them into fire range. Looks like you didn't put on combo boost. Unfortunate, but
yeah, I forgot. That's
usually
fine.
with combo boost, that combo kills, but it's not a huge deal. It's not even like 3 seconds.
I'll just put on
nice.
reaction boost. It doesn't affect the second window either because we do mostly air combos. Sorry, I was muted for a while there. But yeah, I actually just dropped my combo on. I dropped my combo on Pete because my hands are bad. And I've been level 5 since like OC, I think.
Yeah, I figured. Wasn't quite paying attention to that, but yeah.
Okay.
Windows like
The sword doesn't
Sorry?
target the fire. Not bad. This window's not bad. A sword doesn't target the fire, which is exactly what he's doing. Okay, good.
target switching in this game can be noticeably
Sure.
difficult in some areas, especially this window. That was a clean second wave, though. I like that.
Oh, that's bad.
You're gonna want to try to like keep these guys' health somewhat managed, because when they're like around 50% HP, they're gonna want a DM where they're gonna have like super armor. And yep, there it is right there. But he was still able to kill him right before he started it.
We want these two. There we go. Just
The
enough
reason
AP
we
for
did
that.
these windows out of order like this, we went to the second and the third, is because we wanted to hit level 15 to get reaction boost from a level up before this last window here. That's going to allow us to kill all the enemies and 1 RC each when this scaffolding knocks them up into the air. So it's very much planned that we do it in that order.
If you can actually somehow manage to kill 3 minute bombs first, you can actually spawn the last wave with like 1 RC early there. But it takes a lot of luck to get them to group up for an air combo. And it's not really something that's like specific. But the last
And if you're
window,
like bad with your positioning while doing that, Chicken could actually whistle them right as the RC
Yep.
or the thing happens, and they
He
won't
pulls
even
them out
come
of
up
the
through the
air.
RC. So I personally just like kind of play it safe and just wait for the RC.
yeah, this is the one window where you're going to see me get bodied, I guess. Where you're not going to see me use Chicken Little or Drive Form. And the reasoning is because every other window, when you warp out, your party members are in the room. If you want to explain kind of how that works with like reverting Drive Forms automatically, like you can go ahead with that.
Yeah, well, so it's like you notice like some of these room transitions we're in. Sora is kind of walking on his own. Your party members aren't in the party. Their portraits aren't there. Basically, whenever that happens, if you go into a room like that where you don't have your party members while you're in a drive form or while you have a summon out, you'll revert back to base Sora form, and all of your drive will be refunded. But after the you finish the 4th window, you no longer when you go back to that room, you have your party members back. So if he would have summoned Chicken Little, then Chicken Little would have still been out here. And we want to have Valor Form for this this Boat Pete fight here, because as we know, Valor Form has an extra Keyblade, so we get an extra strength stat to make this go faster here.
Ooh, bad RNG. I got 2 combos in 1 hit. Very bad RNG. The ideal fight, he just gives you 4 combos and 2 hits right off the bat, and then you just like win the fight immediately. Oh, come on.
Yeah, it
Hey,
takes 5
maybe go
combos and 2
first.
hits to kill this thing.
Yeah, I accidentally did a finisher there. I wanted to just do 1, 2, and then a full combo. But the finisher means I have to do a whole another full combo, which is unfortunate. Yeah, we save a little bit of drive here.
Not
I
the
could use
best, but you got
recovery.
plenty of drive to go into this next fight.
I'm actually just gonna save the drive recovery because I forgot to use it. But not a big deal.
World record forgot to use it here too. Just
Yeah, I watched that. And then he had it for Syax when he lost his drive on Luxord, which is actually
yeah.
very
Usually we would have the drive recovery and just like in every phase on Pete, we would just use square, go straight into a Valor Form finisher to push him.
usually
But we're gonna have to
one-
kind of do like some crit strats here with base combos. The thing about Pete in this fight is his revenge value lowers with each phase. So he's going to start retaliating sooner and sooner. And his retaliation on the ground is that get out of my way move he does. And the thing about that is it has like multiple hitboxes that can hit you out of your combos, but he also has iframes for the start of it. So when he does that, you want to time your air hits so that you're able to get them off after his iframes, but like still able to get the finisher off before he knocks you out of it. Kind of tricky timing. Did you still get the hit on him there?
I did. I don't think it mattered, but oh, I was too low. Whoops. I did the RC a little bit too early there and was too low, but that's not the end of the world. So we get Reflect here, which is the most broken spell in the game, and we also get Wisdom Form, which is the most mediocre drive form in the game.
In terms of combat capabilities.
So I will not be doing the current Wisdom route. I'll be doing an older Wisdom route for leveling it, because the current one is like nuts to butts crazy, in my opinion. The 4 ice cube strat on the start of
Oh, I don't even do that.
so crazy. The
Well,
crystal strat,
I do the wisdom route, but I kill the enemies outside the cave. I don't
Yeah,
like
I
the
kill-
ice cube thing.
I kill the enemies outside the cave to get level 2 actually, and then the ones before that too. And this is the actual AFK gummy mission. I have to show up for like the very end of it basically.
Yeah, this gummy mission is it's very lenient. You can AFK for pretty much all of it.
All of it except for like the last fight, I think. Honestly.
Yeah. I have come back from being AFK at the last part of this gummy mission about to die. So you do have to be somewhat careful. But for the most of it, it's pretty passive.
Yeah, so let's check back in on IBA. How's he doing in his run?
Let's start up Beast Castle here.
I see.
How did OC go for you, IBA? I think did you get Trinityless Hydra?
Oh, he's muted right now. He's in gamer focus mode. Also known as,
Oops, got it.
but
Oh.
I would assume so. It's hard to tell where like the distance is, honestly. It feels like it's been pretty much even so far. He probably had a better route this world for sure, but I think my OC was actually really, really clean. I don't
Your
know
Hydra
about
was
that.
insane. I still can't get over that.
Hydra was nice. It's nice to get a Hydra every now and then. But like you'll see, we're over halfway done with this gummy mission now,
Yeah.
and I've barely gotten touched.
You guys both kind of had like meh Hades escapes, but what can you do with Hades?
I'm gonna go change my shirt real quick. I'll be right back, actually.
Sure. Hopefully he gets back for this level 14 thresholder IBA is going to do. The strat that we do with level 14 actually makes it very consistent. I'd say 95% consistent.
Oh, man.
The 5%
Oh, no,
is if
I
the
made it.
gargoyle
Oh, no.
decide to hit you out of your combo.
Press the X button a couple times.
Huh?
And we're no longer in danger. Phew. That guy only drops score points and health orbs, and so when you're in critical health, he drops even more health orbs, and he doesn't have an actual drop. Like you'll see the special colored one there, that little red guy down there. He drops a special item, and they appear gold on the little sidebars. But again, those are the ones you especially don't want to kill for speed.
So if IBA is going to do this, he's just going to like not move his camera, take 3 steps back, square X square, and there it is. Boom. That
Oh,
strat
interesting.
works every time for me, unless a gargoyle decides to hit you right when you do the release.
Okay, so it doesn't work.
No, it with the setup you do, like your positioning and everything, it works. If a gargoyle hits you, it can be tricky.
I'm surprised.
That's the 5% I was talking about.
I was surprised
95% consistency.
I never thought Threshold got ejected in the same pattern though.
He does. Yep.
It always
The,
felt
the key is to
random.
not move your camera as you're running backwards. Just take 3 steps, square, square.
You should YOLO it.
Oh, IBA cannot hear us for some reason.
Uh-oh. No! Fun fact about the Gummy Missions.
He may have to restart Discord, but
That's okay.
we'll have like a opportunity here, hopefully.
Or if not, he'll do it the next Gummy Mission, probably. Fun fact, you can open and close the treasure list while you're just kind of loading through the zone, and just the triangle button still works for some reason. So, you can just mash away and make the little bleep 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 noise that I like to do. That annoys all of my friends. If I had any. So we're gonna summon Chick a little. We've seen him before. He's really good when he does his job. We have an alternate name for him that's not appropriate for stream. So we just say, Chicken Little, please use your whistle. Please, sir. Fun fact, the whistle there actually acts as 4 hits, which is just enough to trigger this next phase with that fire strat.
Mhm.
No one else goes for that fire strat besides me. Everyone else just uses 2 blizzards. But the fire
I go
is
for
way
it
more-
depending on my mood.
The fire is so much more swagger, dude. Come on.
It's frames faster, but if you get like hit before you can start that fire, then
You lose like a half a second.
have fun.
Well, yeah.
On crit, I go for it every time because when you get
If
hit
you
on
get hit,
crit,
it just
you
doesn't
can
matter.
force it anyway. But beginner, it's depends on my mood.
Alright, so we're gonna let Chicken Little whistle this first wave here. 2 fires will kill them. We'll back up, let him do it again. We're gonna do 2 fires in and a thunder here to try to kill them. Oh, they actually all died. Wow. Usually they get knocked too high that the fire actually does not hit them perfectly. But that was a really nice fight. Chicken Little helped me out very much there. So
Yeah.
Chicken Little,
So,
if you want, go ahead.
well, I was just gonna say that them all dying to those 2 fires, that second wave, that's something I've only seen
That
happen
never
once, and something I've seen recently. It's
It actually happens.
It can be problematic because when there's no enemies there, sometimes Chicken Little won't immediately whistle the soldiers in. But when there's like some there, the cannons are still lingering, then the soldiers pretty much get drawn in immediately. But he still had a
Did I misclick
a
Goofy
good
on
fight
sword
there.
attack at the very end? I feel like I pressed triangle again at the end there and put Goofy back on sword attack.
no, he's still in party.
Okay, perfect. I don't really mind about Donald being on either. I just put him on sword attack now because it's force of habit.
Right.
I think it's actually what most people do it, funny enough. But that's just old
Yeah,
menuing in my
I mean you're gonna
opinion.
want it for boat fight in particular because Donald's gonna be out at the beginning, and if he thunders one of those pirates, and that can really mess you up.
So yeah, we're just gonna try to not get hit by these heartless here. I summon Chicken Little right at the end here. He's gonna knock me up, but it's fine. We're in a load zone. So Chicken Little is going to help me not die in this fight, and also help me get a bit of XP and money here. So we're first gonna run right to the left here. Shoot, a little bit unlucky.
There we go. Back in.
Fuck. So the pirate enemies,
Hello.
if you want to explain how they work, they're a bit unique in this game. And they don't exactly function as normal enemies.
Yeah, so if you guys remember the Curse of the Black Pearl movie, when the pirates are in the moonlight, their quote-unquote true form, skeletal form, is shown. The mechanic in this game, the way it works, is that when they're not in the moonlight, aka they're in the shade, they're actually invulnerable. So we can only damage them when they're in the moonlight, which is ironic because they're supposed to be undead in the moonlight, but that's the only time you can kill them in this game. But whatever, Kingdom Hearts.
Like,
Pirates are incredibly weak to magic, and if you noticed, Blizzard is actually freezing them in place. That's because every magic, Fire, Blizzard, and Thunder puts some kind of status ailment on the pirates. Fire makes them, like, run around with their pants on fire. Thunder kind of makes them, like, it stuns them, and they kind of, like, walk around with, like, that electric effect. Blizzard just freezes them in place, which is what we want. Ensures they will not go into the shade, except for that one guy that got frozen in the shade. As I said that.
so they get a little pushback just a tiny bit when you hit them with a blizzard, and sometimes they get pushed back
Yeah.
right into the shade, and you just can't do anything about it. I'm actually gonna summon Chicken Little here on this boat fight. You can also just not do this fight; it's optional. You can just leave and then re-travel, and I think it's technically faster on PS4. But if you get a good enough fight, it's actually a bit faster to just fight Chicken Little. Speaking of good fights, you need Chicken Little to cooperate, which he clearly does not want to do today. But yeah, Blizzard does a metric crap ton of damage, and you'll be seeing me use that a lot here, and using exactly 1 ether on this fight, hopefully.
Another thing to note is that pirates can also be affected by their own bombs that they drop, and that puts the fire status on them. So that's something we kind of want to like be mindful of as we're doing this fight in particular. So he got the runner. Not the best opening. We're going to want to try to kill all 3 of these pirates around the same time to get like the ideal spawn pattern for the boat fight here. And
Not quite.
Didn't quite get it, but that's okay. Ooh, that guy might get blown away. Oh, clutch chicken. Thank you.
If you do a full combo, Chicken Little, more often that will actually just whistle them back into place. As long as one of them gets hit by the finisher. The other way to do it is by just running away, basically. Creating enough distance, Chicken Little will almost always just use the whistle. I didn't have to use anything.
Basically,
here,
if there's distance between both you and Chicken Little and enemies, he'll whistle them into you. Dodge doing a pretty good job handling this wave of pirates here.
I'm gonna say that Thunder was big brain, by the way. I think that Thunder was
Yeah,
like
that was nice.
3,000
I like
IQ.
that.
Like,
I didn't even realize he was in kill range with that. Okay, not bad boat fight.
yeah, don't worry, I didn't either. I just kind of.
How many ethers did you use?
I used one. I almost always only usually get one there. Why?
I like using 2, but that was
Just air combo 5-head.
well, it's faster if you use 2, but that was still
Well,
pretty good.
More efficient if you use one.
I like that rando pause buffer for the drive form.
Dude, that is muscle memory that has been ingrained from 6 years of running this game. On PS3, that was needed, or else.
No, yeah, I know.
It's so sad. Like
I had a marathon or a rando phase where I was playing it nonstop for a couple weeks ago, and then I did a beginner run and a marathon run, and I paused buffer a few times.
Ooh, no back shuffle. Let's go.
So yeah, gonna grab. Are you grabbing both AP boosts or just this one?
Yeah, just to be safe.
Okay.
So I did skip that one in Beast Castle, so
Yeah,
And then
going
nothing
up to the
else.
last boss, Barbosa, and he functions just like all the other pirates, and that magic will freeze him in place. And we're
And
going
also
to
that-
use
the Moonlight is the only place to hit him.
Mhm.
Once again, Jack. So we have to light the stadium real quick, and he'll come out into the sunlight here and beat up Jack a little bit. But then we're gonna smack him with Valor. Do one full combo here, let him land, a couple hits, and another finisher will revert me, and then I'm gonna freeze him in place and knock him right into this specific corner. And do specifically a couple of
And the
combos
fight's
here.
pretty much done. Yeah, if you don't know about how the magic status effects affect like Barbosa and the other pirates, this fight can actually be pretty hard,
Oh, this means-
especially on crit. Barbosa is dangerous.
He just kills Jack so fast is the biggest issue.
Yeah.
This is one of the fights in the game where there's quite a few more. If your party member that is locked into the party dies, you also lose the fight. Other examples of this are Riku in Final Fights, Jack there, specifically in that boss fight. What are some of the other ones? I know
You could just in
Pink
laser.
lose your motivation bar or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Well, Pink
Um,
can die. I've had Pink die on me, but I don't know how that affects like the morale gauge.
It doesn't matter. I think it's just the morale
Right.
because you do like prop orbs.
But yeah, if Jack dies on Barbosa, you lose the fight. And I think like other than Riku dying in Laserdome, those are the 2 instances of that.
A fun fact: Leon can die in Bailey.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Did I do the thing again, Casa?
No,
Oh, okay. Hi, Casa.
I just didn't want to be alone anymore.
That's okay. Welcome.
I love it. That's what you assume as soon as he.
I do because like I don't realize it because consciously it's a force of habit.
I would just come in and be like, "You say a bow wow."
I try to do better. I've been trying to do better because after all I am trying to be a nurse and I gotta curb that. But it's like work mode versus game mode is so different. Yeah, I'm a nursing student. I have a Gummy Mission. I can talk
Oh,
about
that's
myself.
so unfortunate.
I'm a nursing student in the state of Michigan, who has been in college for way too long. But yeah, it's fun. I have no free time, and so I play a bunch of Rando and League of Legends and yeah, other games. And Persona. Persona's the best game. You should play it. If you haven't played Persona 5, I recommend it. Really good. Specifically
I
Royal.
recommend starting with Persona 3 and then 4 and then 5.
That's true. That's true. I think that's fair. But if you just want like the modern approach to Persona, you can't go wrong with P5
Play
Royal.
Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Okay, in like what, 4 years?
No, 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. You're being honest. You're being honest. So, fun fact about this little Gummy mission: you can actually parry the wheels by just rolling because it gets a little bit of iframes.
Yeah.
And you'll see me do that a lot in the next mission. And this is the enemy we're talking about. This is the final boss of this world. You can just dodge his attacks, but that requires putting in effort and time. And instead, I'm just going to knock him out and steal all his HP orbs. As you see, he's not doing that much damage now, but if I didn't position specifically where I do in this last phase, you can get bounced around, and each one of those that hit you does a lot of damage.
Yeah, like almost 25% of your health.
It'll put you in red health almost if you just get unlucky with that part. So I just eliminate him and move on with my life.
So yeah, coming up on Agrabah 1, this split is actually one of the more challenging splits for a lot of runners who run this game. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's inconsistent. There's some like RNG things that can happen, but it's not like a huge time loss. It's just like, there's so many things. Just the movement is technical.
It's bad when you get the bad pattern at the very start of the world.
And like on top of that, like even just like these two worlds in conjunction together are just like part of the hardest part of mid game, I would say.
Yeah, I think Prison Keeper definitely is
I
like
would say Halloween Town's hard. I just think it's annoying.
I think it's tricky. I
Well,
think
it's
very
all
tricky.
about it's technical. If you're not good technically, you'll
true.
suffer. You will suffer.
Halloween Town's very much a world where you're not going to really look to save a bunch of time, but you certainly can lose time. Like, is the worst part. Because for the most part, it's a consistent world, but sometimes Prison Keeper just doesn't agree with you.
Yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later here. But yeah, Agrabah, I didn't see what pattern you got.
Good and then bad. I killed it and then got good again. Out of anger and spite, I took his soul and then made his friend beat me up and
Free XP, I guess.
Give me 2
And some
seconds
money.
to bring up the menu real quick. Fucked up a potion. Okay, got it. Hang on.
Did you buy ethers?
Nope.
You buy those in Halloween Town, don't you?
No, you buy them.
You make me forget my menu. It's fine. It's optional.
That's Thar's plan. It's the easy way to make back time.
You don't buy them Halloween Town anymore because you can just ignore it. I'm good enough on ethers that I shouldn't be worried about it for a while. I still have 3, so.
So yeah,
Again,
he's
I'm
so
not a update on the strats, so cut me some slack.
no, it's fine. I would recommend buying some in Halloween Town though,
I
or
plan on
here.
it.
But yeah, so the way we level up Wisdom Form is you level it up with Heartless kills. Each one gives you 1 experience, and we're gonna want to level up Wisdom Form to level 3 so that we can get Quick Run on base Sora.
It wasn't great in terms of kill. I might have to kill some red guys in here. I'm doing like old XP routes where we used to just kill everything in the first couple phases.
Right.
There's some new crazy routes where they like go wisdom twice in treasure room, and I'm not about to learn that in like a week.
It's
Okay, that guy got sent to Narnia. Did anyone see where that guy went?
No.
He went.
You're
on a
asking
journey.
me.
What
I'm
on
on
earth?
hour 40.
You saw how far that guy went, right? Like,
He got sent to like the back wall.
I've
I
never
just
seen
saw
that.
that right now. I was like,
Yeah, I
I
just
said
saw
that
it.
man to next. I said that man to the next run over. Like, I'm like, okay. I'm like, hey.
That's
Hey,
the best thing I've ever seen in Agrabah 1, and I've seen a lot of stuff in Agrabah 1.
So this is the Abu minigame. The important thing about this minigame is to stay behind Abu, because the crystals will spawn on top of you. And if they spawn on top of Abu, they'll stall him. Because Aladdin's on Sora attack, he will not attack them. Which I forgot, because I've been doing rando for so long, that like, I'm used to Aladdin just killing them for me.
I was.
yeah.
Well, I actually like sat there watching you go past the chest. I'm like, why aren't you doing the checks? What's wrong with you?
Dude, I've been doing that all run. I picked the first thing I did in Twilight Town when I got Sora's, I went and picked up the first chest and went, wait a minute. Like, I'm not kidding. I actually grabbed it. I was like, oh no, it begins. So this is the falling segment. It's very easy to lose time here, not very easy to go fast. So I'm going to trigger them to attack me, hit a reflect, and hope they all group up, which they usually like to just not do that. We're going to grab specifically this guy here. Ice cubes are the easiest to time. Red ones are a little bit faster, though. The magma cubes, I believe. Yeah, I can handle it. Thar, you're good. For this guy, I'm going to use a blizzard to cause him to retaliate. Use a reflect there, and then get behind him. And 1 air combo with a reaction command should do the work. Now, reaction commands, we didn't really touch on what they are. Basically, it's press triangle to win, is what people like to call it, and it's not entirely wrong. Essentially, we use the triangle button to just kind of do a very strong attack on a lot of enemies. In this case, it's the full swing. It's very, very useful. Now, I'm going to try to do a really cool speed check here. I'm going to menu Trinity, so it's ready to go when I press limit. I'm going to kill this first Heartless, lock onto the other one, reflect, and then teleport to it with Trinity. And there you go. So essentially, by using Trinity and lock on, Trinity appears right next to the one you're locked onto, and it drags along that the reflect that I had just procced, and so it brings the damage over and immediately kills him, as opposed to waiting for Trinity
I
to
love
finish.
that.
It's so swag, dude. Like, it's just the little swagger things you can do this game, like fire movement and things like that, are just my favorite part of it as a speed game. So similar to that strat I did earlier, I'm gonna jump and reflect these guys. Really decent RNG there. I got all but 2 of them, which isn't the end of the world.
But don't trick yourself into trying to do quick run Roxas strats.
Okay, that I'm not gonna do. I have actually been practicing Roxas because there's some new strats that have come out that I had to learn specifically for today.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound as cool as 4 loops.
Okay, this is Trinity. This is the first use of it as a group. It has a different effect as group versus individual. As a group, you get these 3 attacks. I don't remember the names. I think it's like Major Drive. Definitely not Fantasia is what I call it. And then the other one.
Dodge really out here lying to the viewers in 4K. This is not the first time you've used 3-part Trinity. You used it on Hydra.
That's right.
You used it on the first fight in Beast Castle 2.
Okay, maybe I'm just a big liar. It's fine. I speedrun this
And
game, by the
also
way.
in and also in Timeless River.
You know what I've been thinking about, by the way, with speedrun tech? We could actually use Trinity strats on Thresholder to make it 100% consistent. Have you seen Trinity strats from
You need like
Randall?
you need like 20 something magic for that.
Do you?
Yeah, there's no way we could get that in any percent.
I don't know. We have the technology.
I'll tell you what, if you can make it happen,
it probably
I'll be
wouldn't
sure
It
to
wouldn't be faster, and you don't get the hits, so it wouldn't be worth it.
You can imagine that my 40-hour sleep-deprived brain was very confused when you were standing in the fire, not taking damage, not realizing you were in limit.
Okay, that's actually really good that I got the ground combo there, funny enough. But because we don't have tunnel and second attack, I actually need to like hit him a couple extra times. We got a little bit unlucky with our damage windows. Okay, skillfully dodged. We take those. That attack likes to parry you almost every time. I don't know how I didn't get a parry
I
there.
didn't hit you.
I skillfully dodged it, that's why. Just a better player, I mean, honestly. I'm built in a way that's fundamentally different than the norm. I mean, I
I'm
don't know.
built different.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You said it. So that's Pride Lands.
That is certainly Pride Lands.
Yep, I can see it. I love that conversation there. Look there,
Oh,
Twilight Town. Yep. All right, moving on.
Sorry, I thought you were saying Agra 1 was Pride Lands.
No.
I was like,
Yeah. So here's where I get to show my pro MLG skills of timing. Because I really like to just parry the death wheel. I think it's called the death wheel or something. I don't remember. But the big bad boss Heartless of this world, you can just kind of spin into and parry it, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, we're already about halfway through the game, funny enough. I think like Halloween Town, or I think halfway through Agrabah is halfway through the game, or something like that. Which feels so quick nowadays. So if I time this right, he will only attack me once here. Yep. Fun fact, that didn't do anything. He actually can't hit you there. I tricked you again! Yeah. I'm tired, I apologize. But yeah, this Gummy Mission, again, pretty resonant sleeper. That's all I have to say about it. Gummy Missions are not very exciting. Oh man, I got hit twice. I have 200
that's
score.
okay, because this is our last Gummy Mission until the very end of the run.
That's true.
From here,
Which is also
it's pretty
time
much
for
go
breakup.
mode for the next like
Yeah.
hour here.
Yeah, this is the part where I'm a little nervous because there's a lot of new strats coming up that I've practiced enough times, we'll say. Specifically the Twilight Town strat. Not using Chicken Little was a decision you guys made. Okay, how are any of these Heartless flying, by the way? Or nobody's, I guess. Like, there's no engines. They're just kind of like, how are these guys floating? They're just giant cannons. You know, the logistics of this really don't, like,
You know, you're
Don't
questioning something in a series with time travel, right?
You're questioning something in a series with retcons.
That too.
Remember when Axel died? Neither do I. KH3.
Who?
No, that's Shion.
I'm sorry, who?
Exactly. Rem? I can say that now. The season's over
Listen.
for ReZero, right?
How dare you? How very dare you?
Dude, that was so funny. Who is Rem became a meme from episode 1 of season 2. So good. Oh, I loved it. And Perry. That's what I'm talking about, where I just kind of absolutely style on this stupid idiot boss guy and get hit anyways because I was talking. This one's really hard to time because he goes really, really slow. There we go.
Talk
we
smack, get slapped.
And one more. Aw, damn. Fun fact: in the first time he appears in the Gummy mission, you can actually kill him with this base gummy ship that you have in casual play by just using the lasers to do the damage because they do enough damage that goes past the cap for its overall HP bar. Fun fact.
That was a good boat fight on I Bet All Day.
I did not like the boat fight today. Either of them were mean.
It's been a little while since I've been able to do 2 ethers because Hydra's been messing with my feelings. So with the way I route my ethers, if I end up having to do another ether pop for Trinity, I just resort to only the boat fight and 2.
All right. We get to see our second summon finally here in Halloween Town. This is Genie. Genie's going to help me by letting me die. Unironically, that's what he does. He just kind of watches while I get beaten up here. A little bit slow here because I got bad RNG, but it's okay.
For a second.
Genie will only heal you when you're in low HP. So he's actually really good for just having your party members not attack. And you actually want Jack in your party still because his limit is the most broken limit in the entire game for party members by far.
You even use it in the randomizer.
It's so broken that like on level 1 it still kills the enemies in this room. Like at the weakest point in the game, it's still strong enough to kill the very, very strong enemies that are in this room. Ooh, that's bad. I need to remember that sound. It's called.
Terrible.
So I'm gonna wait a second here and try to do a quick strat here. So we're gonna wait, jump, reflect. He didn't attack fast enough. It's a little bit unfortunate.
It's not that.
Okay, that guy didn't want to attack me either. He knew better. And we're gonna use Dance Call here. This is the reaction command, or sorry, limit that is really good. Not great RNG there though, so I'm gonna have to use the actual finisher here. Nope, cool. Ideally, you just kind of do it once, and then they just kind of spin around and take damage, and it will perfectly kill them. But that does not happen as often as we'd like. So we're gonna head in here real quick to Santa's house. Hi, Santa. Bye, Santa. Yeah, that's Santa Claus. He's real. Get wrecked, kids. Kingdom Hearts enforcing that Santa is indeed real. Now I have to decide if I want to do new Valor strats for this fight or old strats.
Yes.
Don't say yes.
Give the people what they want.
The people don't know what they want.
I know what I want. I want new Valor strats.
You don't know what new Valor strats are. They're hard. Hang on, let me read my notes
That's
real quick.
exactly
Okay.
why I want them.
I'm going to read literally what I'm going to do in this fight to you guys so you understand what I'm going to do. I'm going to Valor before Prison Keeper starts. Do a 2-hit finisher. Do 2 full combos. Do a 2-button finisher. And then HP get to last. That's Wisdom Form. Never mind.
This is the best day of my life.
Please someone click that. Someone please click that for me. I need that in my repertoire.
I'm gonna do 2 Valor straps. Follows up the top.
Immediate wisdom. I didn't switch down for Goofy.
Oh.
That's gonna be a really slow fight, actually. We'll make do.
I just have one thing for you, Dodge, to say. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Is that new phase?
You did the dance call really early,
Yeah, you did.
unfortunately. But yeah, you can
I
still
could
push
put
him to his
Trinity
next
there,
phase
but
here. Hopefully. Ooh, I think you're just like, yeah, you're like 1 combo short.
I think I can push him next phase here, an inside combo. It's gonna be a really slow fight, unfortunately. Maybe? Oh yeah, I got it. Cool.
Yeah, luckily on beginner we have the damage to deal with this. Did you get 1 HP here, Ed?
Yep. It's fine.
The
Thunder should
hero.
do it. Literally 1 HP too. That's actually hilarious. By hilarious, I mean tragic.
And it's shock too.
Oh, come on. That didn't connect? This should still be able to kill, but a lot of time lost here, unfortunately. It's okay. I just want to make it a more entertaining race for DDD. Don't want to go winning at all, because like that'd be ridiculous. Okay, we got the no finish step. We actually earned flash step for that fight, huh? Flash step's a very good ability, by the way, that we don't really use anymore in the speedrun.
But you know where we do use it?
In my speedrun
Rando.
because I have enough AP.
Rando.
Fun fact: this save warp is actually going to save me time. It really shouldn't, but it does. Santa's house is right there, but we're lazy, so we're just going to use our ship to fly there. Pick up 1 more AP boost in his house. Rob Santa blind of Christmas toys. Sorry, little Timmy, you're not getting an AP boost for Christmas this year. It's mine. And it's a nice view from up here, because that's right away you go.
Have fun with the not one cycle Oogie.
Yeah, so this is Oogie. He's really cool, and by really cool, I mean he's an auto-scroller built into a boss fight. So the opposite of cool.
What?
Where you go?
Yeah, this fight is about 3 minutes, and that's about as fast as we can make it in the speedrun.
That's only if you're lucky, too.
That's saying something.
Sometimes you can get unlucky and lose another 30 seconds just because the game decides it. So each phase, he takes 12 boxes to be shot up to his little carriage up there. And once you shoot 12 up there, he will come down and you can beat him up, and you have to do that 3 times. That's the fight. That's it. That's the entire fight. Really cool. And also he moves after each phase. So now, after 8 boxes, he's going to move to a different door. Why 8 instead of 6? I don't know. Why would you do it in 3s when they come in groups of 3s? You could do it in 4 and cost me more time. Thank you to game designers. Also, he has nice little boogie gifts for us, also known as Heartless. And if he spawns Emerald Blues, I'm going to cry.
Here they come.
I see one of them.
Ooh,
Okay,
no
luckily,
shooting little.
luckily he got
Bold,
squashed.
I like it.
Oh, what?
I'll
What?
squash
I did not.
that.
Thank you, game. Thank you very much, game. Very nice, very cool, very funny. So this is what happens when you press triangle on the door. I was trying to shoot a present up there, but game did. Okay, and he needed 1 more. Cool. Oh, he's gonna go back there too, just to taunt me. Thanks, Oogie. Very cool, very funny, Oogie. All right. So that's about 20 seconds I just lost, but it's okay. Yeah, I don't use Chicken Little, I use Chance Call here. Because I don't like dealing with these guys. Chicken Little's more of a crit strat than beginner. Unless that's changed, but...
No, it's very much a beginner.
Is it really?
You can get like a really fast setup if you
I don't think I can get 1 cycle. I think it'll put me to the right window now. We're gonna try for it anyways to be funny. Just kidding, I'm a god. So that's a 1-frame trick. And by 1 frame, I mean I just mash the heck out of my button and hope it works, because on 60 FPS, there's no way in heck we're timing that. That was nice. Fun fact as well, when you're using the RC for the 4, you also can't be hit by his lasers. But you can be hit, like, right afterwards, so...
and if you get hit by those lasers, they're gonna combo you all the way to the back of the
yeah,
ring.
they'll drag you all the way back. There's no aerial
In
coverage.
beginner, other than losing time, it's not a huge deal, but on crit, you're dead. Unless you, like, pop a limit. Or you have to pop a limit. That's the only way you're living.
Yeah. And likely you can't because you have Chicken Little out still, so... We're gonna go right to the center here, and hope he just... Stay! Stay, boy! Stay! Bad, Oogie. Bad. Bad. No treat for you.
Yeah, so that's 5 seconds every time he moves. Just 5 seconds you can't do anything about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things Oogie can do in this fight that just loses you time that you have no
Yeah.
control over.
And even if you're off cycle on the little transfer windows there, and you go to the wrong one, you just honestly I think you take it anyways. You take the first one that comes up instead of the center, because it's just a 50-50 shot either way. Cool. And so Oogie's down. We get a item slot and a magnet for him, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna be
This is
using
not
magnet
your
the very
Oogie
next
day.
fight. Because I'm using the genie strats because I don't like having fun. And now we're gonna see some cool map movement again, hopefully, if I can do it properly. Okay.
I can give you a time comparison when he finishes Oogie.
Oops, that's not right. That's not the right one. Give me there. Still learning how to control that, I'll be honest.
Dude, it's tricky when you're first learning it.
Customize magnet over fire. And now we're actually gonna use
This fight coming up is notorious for not working.
Yeah, needless to say,
Any
I'm gonna
fight
use
with
those-
Dusks are just like incredibly unpredictable with what they do.
I'm gonna use Wisdom
where
Genie
they
here.
go.
I think Wisdom Genie is a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, I like Wisdom.
Okay, cool. Case in point.
I'm assuming it
sometimes they
didn't
just
work
ignore
as you
your
wanted.
attacks.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Sometimes they just ignore your attacks, unfortunately. Oops. Should be fine here. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit tight. Okay, they didn't do what I wanted them to.
Zerker, I think he was in the air the entire time he was spawned.
Should still be fine. Yeah, we do enough damage. Ooh, okay, for a second there I was really concerned. One of them just didn't take any damage from the Trinity. One of them was still full HP, but the other two were chunked. I don't get this fight. I really don't.
So, I mean, Trinity is kind of weird, especially when you incorporate magnet strats into it.
Specifically
We think that the hits that the magnet does from the Ultima also counts towards the Trinity hit finishers. Because even if one of them's at full HP, like it was there, if you could take like at least half off of the other two, all three of them are going to die.
Yeah. But sometimes, if you're lucky, the square will do so much damage that it'll kill enemies outright. I forget what it's called.
Ultima. It's
Thank you.
It's kind of positioning based. You want to be at a 45-degree angle from the magnet.
Yeah, it's like a distance thing too, isn't it? It's like you want to be far enough away that like it clips. It's kind of like combat strats.
And it's fairly consistent getting that set up on beginner.
Yeah.
Your
that one's
stream
easy.
freeze looks like your
Mine?
stream might have died.
What was it, mine?
Yeah.
Oh, let me
Try
try
your
and...
verification.
I'm gonna try and refresh it.
Let me know if you need me to mute audio again.
No, that shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. But now we're back in Hollow Bastion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it definitely crashed. Okay, 1 second here.
I think it's on your end. Are you still streaming to OBS,
I'm
Dodge?
still good. Yeah, I'm still good.
Because when I go to your
No,
channel,
it
it's
was-
not loading.
It's a run program error. I saw it pop up with oh no, failed to open segment.
I'm gonna click end stream and restream again, and then we're just gonna try to fix it that way. How about that?
I think that would help.
Okay. You are Dodgeman27, right?
I am. Give me a second. I'm restarting. Okay. So you can't see right now, but I'm on a skateboard in Wisdom form. It's pretty cool, but you don't get to see it. Nope. No spoilers.
You guys aren't missing much. It's just like a long section of movement.
Yep. I grabbed 2 chests here. That's all you need to know.
Have again?
Okay. I hit go live now. So it's gonna give you a couple seconds before it starts.
All right.
Well, now I can't remember I run to the leaderboards when it PBs, guys. Like,
Right, it
this
should
is
show up
definitely
in
gonna be
just a
sub
moment here.
306 for sure. I spliced. They're gonna find out, guys. All right, we got the splice for the second half, right, guys? So my team wins, right? Right, guys. I didn't want to open that chest. Please tell me that's not a stream. No one saw it. No one saw that.
Your stream's still offline for me on your channel.
Yes.
Did you
Is anybody in my chat right now? Is my stream alive?
No,
That'll
you're
start
offline.
right there. Yeah, oh, whoa. What is happening? Now I'm dropping frames.
Oh, mine froze too? Really?
Maybe it's a
No,
Twitch thing.
I'm still
No,
seeing it
mine's
on
still good.
ours.
No, IBA's is fine.
It is
Okay,
that?
now I see your stream come up.
Okay. Yeah, it says I'm dropping frames right now. I shouldn't be though. My computer usage isn't very high. It's back. It's an ad. It's back. My stream has issues.
Have you been streaming in 1080 this whole time?
No, I stream in 720.
Oh,
You may be
I
dropping frames because it's at 1080 right now.
It shouldn't be. I downscale. Did that Windows update mess with my stream?
Yeah, because you're streaming at 1080 60 right now.
Alright, I'll try to do this while speed running. It's fine. Y'all don't understand how hard this stuff is. Yeah, wait. No, I've output scale down to 1280 by 720.
Yeah, it
Still set
keeps
myself.
crashing for me.
Best is really fun. Can we mutually pause here?
Hey, Lar, are you connected to Parsec?
I am. Do you want me to
Yes,
disconnect?
please.
Hey,
Yes, please.
hey, IBA, you want to just both pause real quick until we fix this? IBA?
He's in a gummy
Okay.
mission right now,
Okay.
so just
He might be okay. When he gets back, let's just both try to pause real quick and just kind of resume afterwards. That way it's just kind of, we can both kind of fix our issues here. So I do want to show off grinding a bit. Grinding is really good. So we'll wait for IB to get back. We'll probably take a quick pause real quick to get the streams back and rolling. Don't know what
Can you
happened.
try restarting your stream again and maybe like restart OBS?
Yeah, I will want them done here. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing a light cycle, so like I actually do kind of have to pay attention. Unfortunate. I'm just gonna read the OBS real quick. Uh-oh. I can't see. It's okay. I forget when I reboot my OBS, it makes my screen go black.
Secret cave.
Let me know when it's live.
It wouldn't be a stream marathon without technical difficulties.
Wasn't my fault. I didn't do it.
I didn't either. I'm gonna blame Twitch. Easiest thing to do. Oh. He's still on the Gummy mission?
He just finished. He's still
okay.
going. I don't think he can hear us because that's been an issue that's been happening.
IBA, are you alive?
I am.
Can we both pause real quick? Just to take a second to fix issues with streams? Just pause real
yeah.
quick? Yeah. I'm in a menu right now, so. Alright, let me see what's going on here real quick. Sorry about this, guys. This has never happened before. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close both of them.
Why is my performance dropping?
Well, there's it's too late now.
Whoa. You're experiencing issues. Thank you very much, Streamlabs. I understand that. Video.
Yeah, that one showed back up. Okay.
Yeah, I have a
Understand.
downscaler active, so it shouldn't be in 1080.
You restarted
Oh.
Streamlabs.
I did. It might be a Twitch issue. I have a feeling it is. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you live?
I'm not. I'm currently trying to end the stream, but my thing is disconnecting. So
Oh, it's
I'm
just
rebooting.
hard. Shut it down. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, do Task Manager. And you
Oh,
may have
okay.
to try restarting your PC. I don't know if that would help, but all else
No.
fails.
Don't think it's. I really don't think it's an us issue. Maybe I try clamping down the bitrate a bit as well. That might help.
Here, Dodge.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna trust you with something.
That's dangerous. Yeah,
After we're done with the event, I'll change it.
yeah, that's fine.
I got the power. I'm just getting it right now.
Yeah, I'm reloading Streamlabs real quick. I'm gonna lower my bitrate again real quick just to see if it is my end.
Josh,
Without-
use that stream key.
Okay. Oh, hang on. I have to add a destination. Sorry, I have to switch a destination because I'm logged into my thing. I use the Streamlabs OBS. How do I stream to a different key?
Could be under settings for stream output, and then it should be right there.
Stream to custom ingest. There we go. Hang on, let me make sure I save mine real quick and make sure I have that saved. Actually, no, I can just go look that up later. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know if that works. Is that the power for the Eats Casa stream?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Oh God. On a side note, that's happier. I just see a post in my Yeah, it's still giving me dropping frames.
Well then.
It seems like it's fixing itself. No, it's still dropping 65%.
This is when we panic.
Right. This was happening to me earlier this week, and I had to restart my computer, and that fixed the issue. So I think
try
we should try
that.
doing that.
It's gonna be a couple minutes though, so I'll just let you guys
That's
know in
fine.
advance. So I'll be back in a couple.
Well then. Hello everybody. How you doing today? It's gonna take a couple of minutes. We're just trying to fix a technical issue.
This is what happened when Din goes to bed.
That's not something he could fix anyway. I'm just gonna change.
Marathon is not over. We are just fixing a technical issue. Oh, Casa, are you still in Parsec?
Yes.
Could you pause the timer?
I'm trying to, but I have to pause them all at the same time. Need to find what the hotkeys are.
You should just be able to right-click the main one and just go to Control.
Yeah, but I need to know what the keys are for pause. That's the thing.
Why can't you just open it like from the Control menu when you right-click it?
This button. Gonna go really quickly.
Have Control for a second. There you go. Perfect. Never mind. Yeah, sorry for the delay, folks. Thankfully, this is like the first major instance of technical issues we've come across this whole marathon. Unfortunately, it's happening. Hopefully, after restarting his PC, it should be fixed. But we appreciate you guys being patient and hanging tight.
Real quick. Everyone ignore the timer you see there. I just have to fix it because I paused it, but I need to make sure it's the same. This one. Over here fixing things, you know, no worries.
Oh, I see what you're doing now. Okay.
Yeah.
You're okay. I didn't realize there were 3 separate timers.
Yeah, there's 2 separate timers.
Got it. Now it all makes sense. I mean, one says 1.8, one says 0.45, one says 0.1.
It's
Technically
it's
accurate?
fine. We're
I don't know. I'm gonna need you to fix that for me.
Don't worry, watch this.
It's a very serious marathon.
For it. Wait for it. I'm the wiser.
Where did that volume icon above IBA come from?
It's been there the whole time.
Am I blind?
Here, so see in here in Parsec,
Yeah.
these how it says Speaker Seeker and Speaker Guardian.
Oh, I must have missed that.
I stopped time. In my young Xehanort. I want to apologize. I didn't expect this to happen. There is a possibility we might have to wash 2FM and move our 8 on to the next game. So, actually, Thar, if you could just get into contact with the DDD runners, just in case.
Okay.
Because if we can't finish the run, unfortunately, then we'll just have to call it a clear and just have both of them go. Yeah, this is the never happened before portion of the marathon that is 1000% required. What I'm thinking we'll do is we'll give the red team a 1-minute head start on DDD to go. Just for fairness, because they were ahead when this happened. And this is something that's outside of their control. No, we will finish, no worries. Or rather, well, their final time, we're going to take a minute off of it. Hello.
Whoop.
Yeah, it's still giving me 60% drop frames right now.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to wash 2FM. We're going to move on to DDD. What we're going to do for your team is, for fairness, I'm going to take 2 minutes off of the final time. Is that all right?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Apologies, everybody. We're going to get everything set up for DDD really quickly here.
Yeah.
Let's make sure it works first.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything's frozen. We had an issue. I think Twitch is having an issue with one of the streamers, so we weren't able to get their stream back, so we aren't able to actually showcase the relay for that part. So what we're doing is we're moving on to the next game, which is DDD. And for fairness sake, we're going to be taking time off of the final time for red team to be fair. So we're going to give them a 2-minute leeway time off of their final time.
Why is it just dropping frames?
All right. everybody. We are going to get started here in just a second. I just need to get confirmation from both the runners when I pull them in. All right, are you ready to go?
I think I'm ready to go.
All right, so I'm going to count down from 3. As soon as I hear go, you go.